not ditch cursive altogether and go paperless?
I can't write in cursive.
No way.
I can't. They never taught me.
No.
Hey there, cool teachers. Thanks for joining us here in the Cool Teacher Lounge. A lot going on here. We've got our arcade machines, we've got our soda machine, and of course a microwave that occasionally some people come by and use. But more than anything, in our Cool Teacher Lounge here, we have knowledge, and we're going to drop some of that on you today. We're going to talk about the paperless classroom.
Wait a minute, I found some paper here.
Oh, dear goodness.
Ooh, let's get rid of this stuff right now.
Are you gonna recycle
paper. Yes, I'm going to recycle that stuff.
It's quite a stuff.
Yeah,
that was
I
pretty
know.
cool stuff.
I'm angry at you, paper.
No.
Angry.
No, but as we mentioned in the open, I actually didn't learn to write in cursive.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I went to a school that in the 70s and 80s had already decided that they were moving away from cursive. It was a waste of time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they saw the advent of computer mediated text and description and stuff like that, but
a very progressive school.
Or lazy. I'm not sure which.
We learned cursive, but I don't write in cursive anymore.
No, I've never written in cursive.
Chicken scratch is what I write in.
Okay, so the question that I think everybody has is paperless class. What does it really mean?
Does it mean you have absolutely no paper? Probably not.
Probably. What does it mean? What does it mean to be in a paperless classroom?
Well, it means that you don't have paper, but I mean there has to be some paper there, but it really is a successful integration of everything that works together that allows you to have less paper. Like, who the heck is that?
Hey, Coach.
Oh, hey, Coach. How you doing? Hey, we're just recording here our show.
Our little pod show.
Yeah, the pod.
What's the topic today?
Paper.
I'm going paperless.
Paperless.
Do you go paperless?
Do you have paper?
I do use paper.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you're not paperless then.
No.
I'm not paperless.
Could you have a paperless classroom if you wanted?
This is all very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, help yourself to that leftover lasagna in the microwave.
Dear goodness, that thing's been there. Will you clean your stuff?
Yeah, get out. Yeah, whatever.
Thanks,
have a great,
Coach.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great day.
See you at the dance.
Okay. So what does it mean to go paperless? Boy, that was nice, wasn't it?
Technology,
you just dropped right in.
Yeah, good to see you,
Good
Coach.
good technology integration. You have like stuff online, you have cloud-based stuff that you save your work to.
Okay.
And the teacher can access stuff. You have to have internet, of course.
So let me see if I get this. The paperless classroom is the integration of technology tools like the cloud and different kinds of computing devices, tablets and computers and those things, so that they can do all of their work and all of their interaction without printing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Without paper, too.
Okay.
They can look at it on their computer screen or their tablet or...
And so how do they get to this stuff in a paperless classroom?
Well, they have to be online. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. They have to be online. Usually, you need a network of some sort. So the internet is the best way to do it. And if you're using tools like Google Drive and you're using some sort of a classroom management tool, a lot of teachers now in K through 12 are using Google Classroom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that everything integrates that way with the Google Drive tools, and you can use e-reader books.
Wow.
Yes, it's pretty exciting, really.
That really is. That is very, very cool. Okay, so David Warlick was quoted in Edudemic recently saying, "We need technology in every classroom and in every student and teacher's hands because it's the pen and paper of our time."
Ooh,
Whoa!
I like
the lens
that.
through which much of the world is experienced.
Well, that's a really interesting thing. And I found this blog. Carrie Gallagher is a teacher, and she wrote this blog post about what she found out from her students' perspective after she went paperless for a year. Would you like to find out what her students
what was that
said?
like?
Well, her students, first of all, realized their phones are very powerful tools for learning.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they also felt more organized. Isn't that a surprise? I mean, really, because everything is somewhere.
Teachers, think about that student whose binder system is like a hot mess, right? It's just like this, just crazy animal with loose leaf.
How about they feel more connected with their classmates? I really like this even the most because if we really believe that learning is social, that learning never occurs in isolation, the more opportunities we provide for our students to see other students' work, the more they can self-assess and hopefully improve their own work.
And it levels the playing field, I would imagine. When you're dealing with digital objects, we're not looking at handwriting and then the one student who's fabulous handwriting and then the other one you're embarrassed to show it because it doesn't
You
look
can't
good.
even read it, maybe.
Maybe not.
Chicken scratch.
Yeah.
That's what I write.
Okay,
like,
so
chicken
students
scratch.
like this? Anything else that
Well, they're learning more, they say, and they're having more fun.
Okay, so
Wait a minute. Are they allowed to have fun in the classroom?
No.
Cut the fun out. No, Carrie, cut the fun out in your classroom.
Okay, so students
Just kidding.
largely like it, and she wrote her blog about that. Well, what do teachers think about this experience?
Well, teachers think that they learn, that teachers have found out actually, and we're going to interview Matt soon.
Matt G?
Matt G, we call him, because I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
She doesn't.
I'm sorry, Matt, but I'll find out. That's my first question for you in the interview. But anyhow, he found out that he did a study. He's gone paperless for 3 years in his classroom. He's a teacher in Calistoga, California.
Okay.
And I think it's a middle school. Anyhow, he found out that the test scores improved. Now, we can't, this is just a correlation, obviously. We can't say that this is what caused the test scores to go up. But circumstantial evidence is pretty good that his paperless classroom is doing quite well.
Definitely the results of his investigation are worth further investigation.
Right, and we're going to ask him those questions. In fact, we're going to ask him a lot of questions. So, Matt, be ready because we're going to be hard on you.
Another question is, we're doing all of this with this technology to save some trees, but recycling paper is getting better, and we're starting to. Why is it so important? I mean, what's the prevailing thought?
I think it's just it's so much easier, but it does save money. I mean, let's face it. You told me that how much did your one school pay in photocopying costs and all the printers being used? How much was it per year? It could have been. They could have bought computers for everybody.
It was somewhere in the neighborhood of $30,000 they just spent on copy machines.
Right. I bet you if you went into your school and looked at the budget for paper and copying, it would be over the top. Just think about how you could spend that money on technology.
That would be really cool.
But there is a excuse me for interrupting you, but that's what I do best. There is another blog writer, another person, and what's his name here? Let me find him here. He's got this really cool post. It's called Curmudgeon.
Yes.
The Curmudgeon
Curmudgecation, blogspot.com.
Oh, that's it. Curmudgecation.
Yeah, check out his stuff.
I don't know what his name is. Peter somebody. Anyhow,
Yes.
I'm not good at names. But he said that he argues against the paperless classroom. He said that it's very expensive to transition from paper to paperless, and it probably is.
I think you're probably right.
But you save money if you cut out the copying, so I don't know. And it requires constant upkeep, which you have to upkeep your computers, although if you have Google Chromebooks, there's less and less of that. So there's another thing, and you save money by not having to buy the Microsoft licenses. Don't get me started on that. And then he says that the paper comes from managed tree farms. So you really can't say that we were saving trees.
Some paper comes from managed tree farms.
Right. So I'm not quite so sure about that. He says we shouldn't be eating like the hamburgers and the fast food papers. Instead, we should stop eating that. How do you feel about that?
I am not in support of not
no.
eating hamburgers.
And then he said also there are concerns about privacy, of course, because but there's going to be all schools are electronic. They're student systems and stuff. So he says he can't see his students reading Huck Finn on their smartphones. Again, I'm not sure. I mean, yes, it might be hard to read a book on a little smartphone, but
so there's a lot.
But he does have some valid points.
He does, and so depending on which side of this issue you come in on, hopefully you know just a little bit more.
Peter Green, that's his name, and Peter, I really appreciate your comments, and I love your blog, Curmudgecation. I love that name. Wherever you came up with that, I want to steal it.
Yeah,
so
very cool. Well, thanks for joining us. We want to get you out of here with just a couple of quick reminders.
Have a piece of paper.
Yeah, quick. Maybe we'll give this away in a future episode. The paper that Barbara tore.
Right.
But we want to get you out of here with a couple of reminders. If you are not yet a subscriber on our YouTube channel, please click over there and subscribe so that you can always get access to the Cool Teacher stuff. If you've got any ideas that you want us to go over, we'd love to have that. Send us a message on Facebook or on YouTube or G+ or any one of those things. Heck, just write it on a pumpkin, stick a knife in the side of it, and set it on Barbara's porch. We don't care.
I need a pumpkin.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get one of your awesome ideas on one of the Cool Teacher shows. The bell in the future. We'd love to have it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.